Today's topic is histology of breast. So, what are the histological features of breast? Breast is formed by compound tubulo-alveolar glands which are covered by thin skin. Compound tubulo-alveolar means their secretory part has a compound tubules, and the excretory part and the secretory part is composed of alveolar glands. So, mammary glands are a pair of compound tubulo-alveolar glands to nourish newborns. If we see this diagram, we can see these are the multiple tubules which open into a single tubule. So, they are called compound tubulo. This is the secretory part which is SNI or alveolar in shape or sac-like or pocket-like. The histological features varies according to sex, age and physiologic structure. The covering shows thin skin, areola, this brown part. Central part is deeply pigmented skin, and it becomes further pigmented during pregnancy. Nipples are the elevated part in the center of the areola. It contains 15 to 25 openings of lactiferous ducts through which milk comes. The interlobar septa, this is the interlobar septa, between the lobes are thick, composed of thick fibrous connective tissue called suspensory ligament of Cooper. Then we have this interlobular septa. Between the lobules, the connective tissue septa further divide the lobe into small lobules which are called interlobular septa, which is composed of adipose connective tissue. Then the breast also contains loose connective tissue containing fibroblasts, lymphocytes, plasma cells and macrophages. So, what are the constituents of parenchyma? Parenchyma is composed of ducts and the system units. In the resting gland, there is no secretion, but if the duct becomes secretory or the status is a lactiferous mother, then there is multiple proliferation of lobes and lobules. The interlobular ducts in the lobules line with two layers of cuboidal cells. The lactiferous ducts are result of union of interlobular ducts dilated to form lactiferous sinuses. Their proximal parts line with stratified columnar epithelium. Lactiferous sinuses and the terminal part are lined with stratified squamous epithelium. During puberty, there is developmental changes in the both sex character, means in the males as well as in the females. Increase in volume of ducts with cell proliferation, accumulation of adipose tissue in the interlobar and interlobular connective tissue. All these changes are due to under the influence of ovarian hormones with minimal appearance of alveoli at that time of puberty. Yeah, at the time of ovulation, where estrogen reaches peak, there is adipocyte, lipid SNI, and the increase in the breast size. So this is the picture of the non-lactating resting mammary gland. Means that this is the picture at the time of puberty, but the female is non-lactiferous, non-lactating और non-milky, क्या कहेंगे हम कि मतलब अभी प्रेग्नेंट नहीं हुई है और अनमैरिड है फीमेल, ठीक है. सो दिस इज द पिक्चर ऑफ अ resting non-lactating gland. You can see there is lot of adipose connective tissue with some glands or some lobes. These are the adipocytes which are of signet ring appearance. During pregnancy, the gland undergoes intense growth due to the proliferation of ducts plus production of secretory tubules and alveoli. The connective tissue stroma and adipose tissue decrease. No visible signs of secretion except in late pregnancy. Secretory alveoli begin to appear at the 6th month of pregnancy. They are lined with columnar epithelium. They are surrounded by myoepithelial cells. Myoepithelial cells are for the ejaculation of milk. They are surrounded by myoepithelial cells. They contain colostrum during pregnancy. Their mode of secretion is apocrine gland. Lactating mammary gland consists of compound tubulo-alveolar gland. Stroma is thin. Stroma means the connective tissue. Parenchyma is formed of duct system and alveoli. Alveoli are lined by columnar or cuboidal epithelium filled with vacuolated milk secretion. Milk secretion is controlled by prolactin, which stimulates alveolar cell secretion. Oxytocin causes contraction of myoepithelial cells. So they squeeze the alveoli, causes milk. So this is a picture of SNI. These are the myoepithelial cells. This is the secretory SNI. These are the intercalated ducts. This is intercellular secretory SNI. Myoepithelial cells which surround the SNI. And this is the picture of compound tubuloalveolar glands. Then this is the picture of active lactating mammary gland. You can see alveoli, lumen of some alveoli contain milk. This is the duct of which is lined by stratified cuboidal epithelium. So you can see this is the proliferative or the active lactating gland, and this is non-lactating resting gland, right? There is lot of connective tissue and there is abundance of secretory alveoli. Thank you.